The NBA playoffs, they are moving along, and on Sunday, we have a quartet of playoff Game 4s, including Game 4 between the Knicks and the Cavs. So let's talk some NBA hoops with the host of the great basketball podcast. It's called Combo's Court. Everybody knows him as Combo. His name is also Andrew Salop. Combo, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Dex. Thanks for having me, man. Really appreciate you.
No, glad to have you, man. You had me on the podcast this week. We got to talk some Knicks-Cavs. Had to have you on here. You do such a great job talking about basketball. So, Andrew, let's start with Knicks-Cavs. Let's start with that, okay? First game we're going to talk about. Sunday is Game 4. Most important, Knicks-Cavs Game 4, coming off the Knicks winning a big Game 3. Were you impressed with the Knicks' defensive performance in Game 3? And do you see the Knickerbockers taking control of the series with a Game 4 victory here?
I feel like it was a slight bump for the Knicks defensively. I do think it's a make-or-miss league, and as we saw from Jalen Brunson in Game 2, sometimes the shots just go in and out, and that's what happened for Darius Garland. I love the in-depth analysis, but that's sometimes what it comes down to, and I don't see Darius missing those shots moving forward. And I do also predict a huge game from Donovan Mitchell coming up because we haven't seen one of those 40 or 45-point performances yet. We saw it actually in spurts in Game 1, but I think he'll come out strong for Game 4.
All right, I think Donovan Mitchell's going to come out strong for Game 4. We will see what happens if the Knicks are able to withstand that. Let's move on. The Kings, they've surprised a lot of people by taking a 2-1 lead over the Warriors, but the Warriors, without Draymond Green, who was suspended, had a big win in Game 3. Does Golden State now have the momentum in this series?
They have some momentum, but I do not believe they win the series. I had Kings in 7 before the series, and I will stick with that. The Warriors have shown all year they're better at home than on the road, and it showed again here. So moving forward, I think the Kings will get it done in 7.
All right, you got the Kings getting it done in 7. All right, here's a series where I thought it was going to be a wrap, right? And we talked about this before we came on because you never know how these things go from game to game. The Hawks versus Celtics series looked like we were going to see Boston get the brooms ready. But Atlanta said, hold up, with a Game 3 victory. Do the Hawks have a chance here to make this an actual series, or are we headed for a gentleman's sweep?
Absolutely not. They do not have a chance to make this a series, Dexter. But I will say I love that Trae Young came out strong because the narrative around him has been somewhat ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, if you never saw Trae Young play and you just heard the way people were talking about him recently, you would think this guy would be out the league in about 2 years, or maybe a year and a half, or even maybe half a year. This guy is a super talented player, and I think it was great. At least he had one big game in this series because, you know, I feel like everything around him has just been negative. Maybe he won't finish his career in Atlanta. Maybe you can't even win a championship with Trae Young as your best player. But I believe he is super talented, and I wish the best for him.
All right, wish the best for him. Not giving the Hawks a chance to upset the Celtics here, though. That's not happening. Okay.
No, not happening.
All right, Combo, last thing here. The Nuggets. We talk about giving teams a chance. The Nuggets, they are up 3-0 over the Timberwolves. Do you see the Nuggets sweeping the series, or can the Timberwolves actually get a win here? Can they do what the Hawks did? Can they win a game?
I was telling you before the recording that I love what Anthony Edwards was saying recently, that, you know, everybody, I'm paraphrasing here, but everybody's counting us out. It's not over. Don't think it's over. And I love that mindset. I believe Anthony Edwards is a future MVP, partly because of the skill set, partly because of the athleticism. But a big part of it is that mindset. Do I think they have a chance against the Nuggets? No. I think the Nuggets are actually looking the best in this playoff series out of all the teams involved. And I do think they have a great chance to win it all this year because obviously you have an MVP level player in Jokic. You have great role players like Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon. So I believe the Nuggets will finish the sweep here, and they have a great chance this year to win it all.
There you go. Back in the Nuggets with a great chance to win it all. No chance for the Hawks, no chance for the Timberwolves. Knicks,
no chance.
What are you saying for the Knicks series? Last thing before I get you out of here. Are you going to switch your pick? Because you told me you originally had picked the Cavs in 7. Are you going to switch and give the New York fans something to smile about here?
Combo is not switching up, man. Cavs in 7. Sorry, Knicks fans.
There you go. Combo's not switching up. I tried to get him to do it. He was not going to do it. He's sticking to his guns with his pick. That is Andrew Combo Salop, host of Combo's Court. Go check that podcast out. It's a really good one for the hoops fans out there. Andrew, appreciate your time and your insight here. We'll have to do it again.
Anytime, Dexter. Thank you.
You're welcome.